Why did my insurance premiums increase? I've had no accidents. And why do my rates skyrocket after one accident? It's the only claim I've ever filed. And why do I pay more for insurance than my friend who lives only 10 miles away from me and has the same amount of cars and the same amount of drivers? These are all valid questions, and these are questions we get all the time. And most of these questions can be answered by simply understanding how insurance works. Now, that doesn't mean you have to like it, but at least you'll know why these things are happening. So today I am going to touch on 3 important things, and by the end of the video, you should understand how insurance works. And if you stick around, I am going to give you one tip that not many people ever talk about that can help you make sure that you are getting the best rate on your insurance policy. The first point we're going to talk about is insurance companies use data. Now, this is something that's probably pretty obvious, but it's something that's very important to point out and explain how they use the data. Now, insurance companies are not simply guessing and changing every time what rate they're going to give you, what rate they're going to give you. That's not how it works. And you can't simply call into an insurance company and negotiate rates. That's not how it works. Most every single insurance company in the world uses hundreds of points of data, and they take all of those points of data, put them together, and that's how they come up with your insurance premium. Things like your age, your location, the age of your home, how many people live in your home, how many drivers are listed on your auto insurance policy, where you live, down to the very street where you live, not just zip code, but down to the very street where you live, and the list goes on and on and on. Again, it's not 4 or 5 points of data they're looking at. They are looking at hundreds of points of data to determine your insurance rate. This is why, even though it seems and appears that you have the same policy as your friend who lives 10 miles down the road, well, you don't, because your friend lives 10 miles down the road, and that is one of the pieces of data that they look at among hundreds of others. So that's the first point to understand. Insurance companies use data. They are not simply guessing each time you come to them for an insurance rate. They are using the data, and the data tells them what insurance premium to charge you. The second point we're going to talk about is insurance companies have to file their rates and policies with the State Department of Insurance, or the DOI. This again is why you cannot simply call up an insurance company and negotiate rates, because the insurance company has to set these things with the state, and then they have to stick to those rates and policies that they told the state's Department of Insurance that they would. Each insurance company has to file 3 things with the state's Department of Insurance. The first thing they have to file is the rate filing. This is the rates and the calculations that they use to determine your insurance premium, or in other words, how much you're going to pay based off of all those data points for your insurance policy. They are bound by this, and they cannot change that rate filing willy-nilly. They can only change it when they submit it to the state and then get approval back. It's not something that they can change from day to day or from customer to customer. The second thing that the insurance company has to file with the Department of Insurance is the form filing. This is the actual policy that they issue, with where they go through everything that's covered and everything that is excluded. Again, this is something that has to be approved by the Department of Insurance, and then once it's approved, the insurance company cannot change it until they submit an additional filing and get approval for that. And the third thing that all insurance companies have to file with the Department of Insurance is the rule filing. This is the list of guidelines that the insurance company uses to determine who is eligible for each policy within that insurance company. Now, these three things, I briefly touched on them on a high level, but I touch on them so that you can understand, again, insurance companies are bound and regulated by the Department of Insurance. They cannot simply change these policies and these rates and these rules from customer to customer. They have to be uniform for every single person. And the third and final point that we're going to touch on when it comes to understanding how insurance works is insurance is a pool. So now that we know about the first 2 points, that they use data and they have to file all that stuff with the Department of Insurance, let's talk about insurance being a pool and what that means. So the insurance company will take all of that data that they get and that they have for each individual client, and then they will take that data and put you into a pool with thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of other people that are also paying for an insurance policy with that specific company. The insurance company charges a premium for everybody that is inside of that pool. Again, everybody's premium is different based off of those data points. They then have all of this premium in one single pool, and then when somebody in that pool has an accident or has a claim they need to file and they need to get money from the insurance company takes the money from that pool to pay out that person and make them whole again. Now, it's not very likely that everybody in that pool will have a claim at the same time, and that's how the insurance works. So there may be times where you are paying your premium for years and years and years, and you're never using the insurance. But there are other people in your pool who are pulling from your premiums when they have claims that they need to file. Doesn't seem fair until you're the one with the huge loss, with a $500,000 home that burns to the ground, and then you get to use money in that pool to rebuild your home and make you whole again. So again, it's everybody pulling resources through the premium that the insurance company collects, and then when people in that pool need to use it, the money is there to restore and repair whatever went wrong. And this is why many times your insurance premium goes up when your policy renews and you've had no accidents, you had no claims, you've had no tickets. Well, overall in the pool that you are in, many people have been filing claims, and the insurance company needs to raise those premiums so that they can have sufficient money in that pool to make sure that when anybody in that pool actually files a claim, the money is there to pay for that claim. So those are the 3 things that we've talked about that help you understand how insurance works. Number 1, insurance companies use data. Number 2, insurance companies have to file their rates and policies with the DOI. And number 3, insurance is a pool. And now if you've stuck around till the end, you know how insurance works, but I'm also going to reward you. I am going to give you one tip that will help you to make sure that all that data the insurance company has on you is accurate and correct. There is a company called LexisNexis. That is who insurance companies use to pull that data and to use that data to rate your policy. Now, it doesn't happen often, but there are cases where LexisNexis has incorrect information about you. It could be incorrect credit information. It could be incorrect accidents or claims that are showing up on your record that are classified wrong or just are not yours at all. In almost every single insurance quote that you get, you are going to see this disclaimer that says, hey, we've collected information about you. Here's how we're rating your policy. If you feel this is incorrect, please let us know. I am putting a link down below where you can access the form to fill out, and you can get your free report from LexisNexis, which will tell you everything that the insurance company is using to rate your insurance policy. So check it out if you're concerned at all or think the insurance company is rating your policy incorrectly. It could have the potential of saving you lots of money. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope this video wasn't too boring. Hopefully it helped you understand a little bit how insurance works. Again, you don't have to like it, but at least if you know, you have the knowledge, and then you can go out and find the best policy for your specific scenario with the best rate. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.